Hi everyone. I was recently invited to participate in a fancy frog collaboration. So, of course, I made a palm reading frog with a hermit crab on her head because, of course, I did. So, I'm going to pipe on a little royal icing here. And then I'm painting with my edible artist oil paints. And I've chosen to leave a lot of this frog white and a lot of her details, whether it's royal icing or fondant, and just paint it. It saves so much time to just paint it instead of tinting royal icing 1,000 colors and little details for the fondant in 1,000 colors. Instead, I've just piped it or rolled it out very simply or in white, and I'm painting it. It saves a lot of time. And you can definitely paint royal icing with the edible artist oil paints. Her costuming is all fondant. And so I'm just adding a little color. So I'm going to move on now to painting the frog. The frog is modeling chocolate. And I'm using the colors with the slow diluter. The colors come with 2 diluters, or you can purchase them separately. And the fast one makes quick watercolor-like effects. The slow one leaves your colors workable so that you can blend. I don't know why this is the character that I chose, but as soon as I was invited, she just popped right into my head. Her and her little hermit crab friend, so I really didn't have a choice in the matter. I did tint the chocolate a little bit green before I started this piece. And I used my edible artist oil paints and mixed them right into the chocolate to get that pale green tone. And now I'm going back in with my paints to go lighter in some spots like here and darker in other areas. So my original chocolate frog was kind of a mid-tone green. Give her some lips, some pretty red lips. And y'all, my crazy hair. I was at the bakery this day and I was taking my mask on and off all day, and that just made a mess of my hair. So let's move on to the hermit crab. Of course, this guy is going to be orange. I didn't know what color I wanted him to be before I started, so I left him unpainted, untinted, and then I could choose whatever color I wanted. And I guess he told me he wanted to be orange. And look how I can blend these colors up here. Oh, I love that. I like to try to imagine what kind of interaction these two have. In one thing I wrote about them, I was thinking that maybe she can't really see that well at all, and that actually the hermit crab kind of peeks out from under her headdress, and he's the one who's actually doing the reading. He just whispers his observations to hers, and she gets all the credit. So see, in a really short amount of time, the colors have set up enough for me to do some layers. And here we are the next day. Do you see how matte her coloring has gotten? I've mentioned it before in other videos, but I really love this matte effect. It's something that I found was lacking with a lot of other color systems I had used. And I don't always want the piece to be shiny, but I do want things like the eyes and the lips and that sort of thing to be shiny. So when I've got a nice dry matte surface, those shiny areas look really wet and they really stand out against that matte. I really value that that difference, that separation. I love layering my details and adding and adding. If you watched any of my other videos, it definitely is a dilemma to know which point is finished, at which point I need to just stop. Now, usually when there's a client waiting for it, there's either a time or budget consideration. But when I'm doing a piece for myself or for a collaboration or just for the fun of it, then I don't have anybody to tell me it's time to stop. And these pieces can go on for quite a while. Now here I am mixing my edible artist oil paints right into royal icing, which was kind of an experiment on this piece, and it worked. So I'm laying it on kind of thick. I put a little texture in there. And I'm going to add some mushrooms. And again, I didn't want to have to color the chocolate, work some red in, try and get it dark enough. I just paint them. Now I'm going to add a little airbrush. I love airbrushing. I love to kind of throw the shadows back a little farther. It's like turning up the color on your piece. Even if the airbrush is subtle, and it is, you really have to look closely to see where I'm actually applying the airbrush. But if you see the before and after, it's like I've done a color adjustment. It just intensifies the depths and the brightness, and it's just that little finishing touch that makes the piece just that much more fabulous. Now I'm going to go in with the confectioner's glaze. I love how this makes those eyes and other areas shiny against the mat. One day I'm going to count how many times I say I love something in a video, but I really do love, I love this. Now a few final little zhuzhy details. And let's look at them before. And now, let's see them after. I love painting. And now, let her see your palm. She has something to tell you. But as for me, I just want to say thank you for watching. And please hit the subscribe button. Thanks.